Hey guys, this is a tour I'd like to do of my lobby. I actually really haven't done any tour of my lobby, and I just updated it and changed it. So if all goes according to plan, I just would have uploaded a video on how to make these text colors and stuff with these signs like this, which is pretty cool. One of my friends did it, and then I looked up how to do it, but it's one of those cool things that you can do. But yeah, so this is my lobby, so, welcome to Minecoup. Everybody shouts lead, and then there's this way to the snow parkour, and then there's my YouTube, my Twitch, which is they're the same thing, but yeah, this is what I did with the signs, and we have this for the lobby. I think it's pretty cool. So anyway, I was forgetting, I haven't really even done a video besides the parkour video on my lobby. So there's obviously this parkour, which is the stone parkour. We have three parkours. This is the unranked. So I don't know if you were familiar, but we have a point system. And basically, if I go over, I'll actually help explain it with these signs over here. Oh, sorry, I just fell again. But yeah, with these signs over here. And basically how the point system works is in each minigame, for first you get 5, second you get 3, third you get 2, and everybody else gets a point. 1 point equals 1 coin, and you can use them to buy classes like in a game like Super Smash Mobs, which I actually haven't done any videos on, or to rank up. So, yeah, and then well, I tried to do it in colors, but there wasn't them for all of them, but bronze, 25 points, silver's 50 points, and gold and whatever, nobody's reached past silver yet, but I made lobbies for them, so you can come back down to this lobby, but yeah, there's 3 parkours in this lobby, so there's the grass parkour, stone parkour right there, and there's the quartz parkour. I'm working on a quiz over here. That's what this is. Um, yeah, and if you go over, this is the bronze lobby, and it has its own parkour. You can still like walk across this and then jump down over there. Um, that's perfectly fine. And then we have mini golf, which is actually pretty fun in itself. So if I go into creative really quick, grab myself some orange wool, that's my favorite color, and then we play some mini golf. I'll just show you, there's only like 5 holes, but I'll just show you like maybe 1 or 2, because there's a couple that are cool also. So yeah, you just throw it, and there's ice underneath, and the ball will roll. So then here's the second hole, the third hole, and this one's actually pretty neat. So how it works is it's one of those ones, if you played actual mini golf, the ball gets pushed by water and it comes out at the bottom. So in this case, let's wait for it. Yeah, there it is. The ball will come out there, and then I throw it in the hole, and there we go. So then there's this hole, which I made that I think was pretty cool. So the black, I forgot to put a sign down for it, but it's basically the soul sand. So I'll show you this hole really quick. I actually haven't really tried it out very much, but it should be fine. Okay. If we go, oh yeah, I think I did try it out once, but just go like that, grab you, throw you over there, just around the soul sand. Yeah, because the soul sand really doesn't slide at all. So, and there we go, that's a third stroke. Let's try this. I don't think, yeah, it didn't work. This is my 4th stroke, and there's pars on each of the holes, but I'll probably bogey this one. Oh no, I parred it. That's good. So anyway, that's my mini golf. Then there's the parkour there. Now my silver lobby. My silver lobby is right here. And basically my silver lobby, I started making it, there's this moving like piston parkour where I'll just quickly show you the redstone before we get into it. And then, yeah, that's the redstone basically. It just goes around like a redstone clock and it's timed. But it's actually pretty hard, this one is. It's supposed to be in peaceful, and you will catch on fire. It's a guarantee. In fact, I'd probably normally be catching on fire right now. Yeah, like that. But anyway, normally you die when you're going through it. I should be an adventure, but I actually did a pretty good job on that time. Then I have this, which is really cool. So say I mess up. This is like the easiest one that I started out with, but say I somehow mess up, fall over here. There's signs everywhere, and basically you can just walk underneath the water and walk all the way back. It's not very good to jump up, but because it slows you down. But I should get away from here because of that annoying noise. I actually almost messed up on that. And then this jump's actually pretty hard. Anyway, so let's just pretend I made that. Then we have the same thing, except slime blocks. I've done this quite a bit, so I can do most of it. First try. There we go. And then, anyway, yeah, you just bounce like that. Then the last part of the parkour is this. It's kind of a combination of them. Well, it's the last I have so far. It's actually really hard. This part is. Because you have to do, like, I think that's like a 4-block jump. And you have to jump like that. And then you have to, I don't even know if this is possible. I need to check to make sure this is possible. I might actually have to delete one of those blocks. But anyway, that's all I have for the parkour, the silver parkour right now. I'm going to add another mini game like I do to all the lobbies. But basically, that's how it works. In the net, so I have all these shacks over here, if you didn't notice. Like my rules, or levels, other stuff. I showed you most of them. But, yeah, I can show you the quiz. It's not done. I've only done, like, I think there's only 1 or 2 questions that are done. So, jump into the hole with the correct answer just to answer it. So, question 1. What is the PSN of the Minecoup owner? Which is me, obviously. Shots of lead, and what's the other one? Lead shots. So this one's like super easy, but basically you just jump in and there's a platform. The other ones don't have a platform, so goodbye. We also are going to need to fill this up so people can't see, just cheat and look at the answer. How many different mini games are there in Minecoup? 11, 13, or 8, which brings up an excellent question because it's 11, by the way. But it brings up an excellent question because you're probably wondering how many there are. Well, yeah, there's 11 basically, as I just said. But then if we go into the nether, there's leaderboards, which are, I don't have one for every game, and it's just like, I don't have points for every game right now. But anyway, basically, it's just a little area that you go into, and it just says who the leaders are and stuff. Nothing really special. So let's go back into the overworld. Yeah. So now if we go down here, I know the bottom of this lobby is a bit of a mess, but yeah, let's go down. And this is the voting station. So the people will just jump in to what they want to vote for. So I just need to fix this. I don't know why that's there, but so then they basically there's all these games. So that I have Sky Wars. If you didn't know, these are my games. I know I've only done like a video on like 2 of them, mostly Hunger Games. That's what I do the videos on. But then there's the Obsidian. So basically Sky Wars. Well, you should know what Sky Wars is. You're in the air, mine out your islands, get loot, build over to the mill, stuff like that. The Obsidian, basically, it's my least popular game, to be honest, because there's no PvP. Like, you get in your own pod, and then you have to like there has to I have to explain it really for you to get it very well. So anyway, you mine stone, and then you mine up, you get iron, and then you just keep on getting better stuff, and you have to basically make a diamond pick and mine obsidian, which is why it's called the Obsidian, which kills you. Zombie run. Basically, zombies spawn, you have to run around and try not to die and like hit them into lava, and they'll try to knock you into lava and kill you, but you don't have any like natural regeneration, so it's hard, so you try not to get hit at all. And survive for as long as you can. Collapsing parkour is a parkour that collapses behind you. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I may as well show them to you. But yeah, okay. So, sorry. So yeah, here's the lobby. So let's just start out with some of these games. Here's laser tag. So laser tag, basically, I'll just put it at night, but it's night. And what you do is you get like this bow, swiftness, and the fire resistance. And you go in here and you can see other people's name tags, and you go around and you shoot at people basically, but there's no natural regeneration yet again. But you do have fire resistance, so that you don't take fire damage, so it's like 3 hits and then you die. This is Guardians, which is a game mode I'm making, which is like a 1v1 PvP tournament. This is in progress. This was my old lobby. I'm going to put it back today. That was a Hunger Games I was going to make, but with making Guardians, it kind of took over the space. Here's the Obsidian, if you want to see what I mean. So it's basically like you go down, you get yourself wood or whatever. One sec, sorry, I'm going on the wrong side. Why am I'm confused right now. Sorry, one sec. Oh, maybe I have to go over here. Yeah. So this is stone, and then you build up. Oh crap, you build up. There's iron, and there's diamonds, and then there's the obsidian. You mine that. There's lava. So anyway, then the next game mode, there's 8 of these basically. Then there's the next game mode is knockoff, which you guys have probably seen. Yeah, you just knock each other off the platform. Here are the 3 maps. You just go in there, you hit each other off the platform. It's like in peaceful. Usually they're gonna be a deathmatch, and easy. If nobody kills each other, it's usually on that big map over there, the big blue one. Here's Whammer Hammer. So this is actually probably my first minigame. It basically you get a knockback one stick. These are pods, by the way. I hit a lever down there. I basically there's somewhere over there I can reset them. But anyway, the pods push you up. Then you go out with a knockback one stick and you knock each other around and try to stay in bounds. It's in peaceful again, and not die by lava. Here's another map of it right here. Then here's the zombie run that I was talking about. So these are where the zombies spawn and stuff. Yeah. Okay, that was a game I had, but I decided not to use anymore. Some popularity and stuff. Here is collapsing parkour. So you see, they get pushed. I need to fix it up so to make it completely impossible to get on the redstone, but basically you're not supposed to. And then you just fall down into there, and you have to do it because and the pistons basically what happens is this all falls. I also need to build these up a bit more. Yeah, if we go over to Parkour Wars, basically you mine down, you grab, oh, wait, that chest isn't done. Oops. But yeah, you grab this, and then you run over, you jump towards the middle, you grab, there's like an iron sword here, there's some bows and arrows, and say after you kill everybody, say there's 8 players, and after everybody's dead, then the last 2 will probably like jump over and race to the middle, and the first one there gets like basically they get pretty good stuff: diamond armor or diamond sword and leather and chain armor, which is better than the leather you start out with. If we quickly go over here, here is Tower of Spleef. So yeah, basically same thing. You get feather falling boots this time, and oh, okay. Yeah, you come down here. And then, oh, sorry, 1 second. There we go. And yeah, you just mine it up, and then the first person at the top level gets first, second, and then third. So if we fly back over, sorry, 1 sec. We just need to fly over, and I'll show you my Sky Wars and my Super Smash mobs. Yeah, right now there's a lot of mini games I'm working on, or trying to work on some mini games. Yeah, it's just there's a lot of stuff with this. So there's the Sky Wars. I know I need to do quite a bit of maintenance and stuff on these games, but yeah. So Sky Wars, you know, it's the same old deal. The only thing that's different about my Sky Wars really is there's these red sand things where I'm not going to do it obviously, but when you place a block beside them, or I guess even if you broke the block, I don't know why you do that, but the red sand will fall because it's the floating sand trick. So the white sand won't fall, just the red sand. And yeah, so don't want to be standing on those when you're placing a block on them, basically. Okay, so that's mostly everything. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen Hunger Games. Here's the what's it called over here? The horse track, but that doesn't really matter. I don't really use that very much. So waiting for those chunks to load in for a second. I'm like, no, did it get cut up? No, it didn't. That's good news. So that's my there's like a little igloo and stuff. That's the map, and you're supposed to fall in the water. I know there's some messed up with the lineups, and I'm usually a little bit nice in case if because sometimes like 1 or 2 people will die, so I'm like, okay, I'll let you go. But anyway, I place redstone torches by all the classes. There's 4 free ones, which 2 each of. They are the Blaze, the Baby Zombie, the Wither Skeleton, and the Skeleton. And then there's 6 paid for classes: the Witch, the Wither, the Enderman, the Creeper, the Cow, and the Rabbit. And they cost 25 coins each, or you can buy 2 for 40. So the Blaze you get like fire, fire aspect, fire resistance, stuff you'd expect. But yeah, you go inside the pod, it gets shot out at you. So if we look here, I'll show you an example with a creeper. Or not with a creeper. No, the creeper's kind of a weird one. Sometimes the arrows don't work, so I give people the arrows. But if they're one of those classes, but Yeah, you get if you're inside, this will get shot at you actually, so it'll automatically get put on. But this is, for example, what the baby zombie gets. And yeah, the other classes get other stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much my tour, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Give it a like and please subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.